In my last video, I drained this entire ocean monument. So today I'm going to continue that mega project by transforming the ocean monument, building a bunch of custom terrain, and a secret build at the end. Yep, that is right. Today I am back, and we are going to be transforming this entire ocean monument area. Now you might be wondering what these three things are, like really they're just nothing, you don't need to worry about them. But anyways, out of all three of the things I want to do in this video, the first thing I want to do is terraform and build this entire land. So what I want to do is I want to have a mix of a few blocks, and those are going to be grass blocks, moss, and some green terracotta. And basically I'm just going to alternate that all the way through this entire circle, and it should hopefully look really good. So now I'm going to get to collecting all of these materials in these green shulker boxes, and the first one of those I'm going to get is going to be the moss, so let's build a moss farm. And after I built the moss farm, I collected all of the terracotta and grass that I was going to need. And if you're wondering how I'm going to do this, I'm going to spam the scroll wheel and hold this down, which should mix it up very nicely. So now I just need to do that, but about 10,000 more times. This is going to be very fun. And for the area around the monument, I decided to use a grey palette of blocks, and you'll see why I'm doing this a bit later. And there we go, the entire floor is placed in. So now I've got the first of my 3 steps done. So now I'm going to move on to the second one, which is transforming the ocean monument itself. And basically what I want it to be is I want it to be sort of like the Sith temple from Star Wars Rebels. And I want to use black stone for the main bit, and I want to have some trims of red going all throughout to add a bit of an accent to it. So I headed to the nether with a haste 2 beacon and collected a bunch of blackstone. And once I did that, I collected all of the red dye I was going to need for my flower farm I built a few videos ago, and crafted up some red concrete. And then I collected some redstone and glowstone in order to make some redstone lamps, which I was also going to use. And then I also collected some basalt, which I was going to use for some grey trees. And now that I've got all of the materials I'm going to need to transform the ocean monument, let's not procrastinate and get right into it. And here we go, that is the ocean monument completely transformed. I'll just give you a quick breakdown of it. So basically I've done a few basalt trees out here. I don't know how many more of them I'm going to do going around it, but I'll wait till I'm done this entire area before I add more. And then for the ocean monument itself, I transformed it into be pretty much entirely black stone with some red concrete and red glass accents. And then probably the main thing you noticed was this bit up here. Now obviously I'm not going to have this just be grey concrete forever. I am going to be making a quadruple netherite beacon, which I'm going to put here. And the idea is that the netherite beacon is going to be powering and corrupting the monument and the area around it. And then onto the inside of the ocean monument, I thought I drained it all, except when I was transforming it I realised that I actually missed quite a bit. So now let's do exactly that. And now if I fly in the monument, it is entirely cleared out. And I've also just filled the floor in with some black stone bricks, and some lanterns. The only reason I only did it here is because I don't know what I'm going to do in this area and that area exactly. So I might end up building some walls, but I don't know, I'm just going to leave it for now. But before I move on to the final project I want to do in this video, I've got something else I want to do quickly. And to do that, I'm going to head to my bartering farm, and I'm going to collect some obsidian. And I'm going to use this obsidian to build a new nether portal over here. In the future, I'm going to build a custom one, but for now, I think a normal one's gonna do. But now that we've built the custom floor and transformed the ocean monument, it's time to move on to the final step for this video. And that is going to be building a castle. And a few months ago, I made this pretty cool design for a castle. But you'll probably notice that this is way too big and probably won't fit in the area. And the reason I made the circle even bigger than it already was is because I wanted to fit this in, but then I realized a castle this big will poke out the top of the ocean, and I don't think that'll look too good. So now I'm going to try and design a brand new castle that is similar to it, except a lot smaller. So I headed into a separate creative world and got to planning. And this is also about a week since I filmed the last clip, and that's because I've been sort of busy doing some other stuff, but you know, it's fine. And here you can see I've made an outline for the castle. Also, there's just a bunch of skeleton horses here because there was a bunch of them and I didn't know where else to put them, so now they're just here. But now that I've planned the castle, I need to collect all of the materials. For the stone bricks, I just used my AFKable stone farm for a little bit, and then I just went to their respective areas and mined a decent amount of andesite and blackstone. And then for the light blue wool, I just collected the string and bones that I've got from my creeper farms, and combined it with some blue wool I collected from my flower farms. And now I've got all of the materials that I'm going to need to build this castle. So, let's not procrastinate and get into building it. And here is the castle, and I've got to say this is probably one of the best things that I have ever built in Minecraft. And it sort of fits in well with this area at the moment, except when in the future I do a bunch of other stuff here, and like all of these different areas, I think it'll become fully immersed. Also, a problem I've noticed with this terrain here is that Endermen keep taking the moss blocks and moving them around. I purposely made it so there were no grass blocks because I thought they could only move like grass, sand, stone, all of that stuff. But apparently they can move moss as well. But I think if you place string on this area next to it, it'll be fine. But I'm not going to worry about it for now. But that is going to do me for today. I'm not really going to worry about doing the interiors just yet. I'll wait till I finish building the rest of everything. But if you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.